everyone. So after taking a little bit of a break, I am back to review more brands for you. Now, this started out with a bunch of you asking over the years what my opinions were for brands outside of the US, and I never really took the time to really research and investigate those for you. So, what I have done is ask you guys what brands that are not in the US are you interested in, and I will do a live review. So, I am working through this list from everyone, and the next suggestion is from Courtney, and this is Lively Living. So, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. You should be able to see that now, and let me review this. I have never been to this website before. So let's check it out. The first thing I like to do is look at the single essential oils, and then I will go ahead and check out their blends and see how they do with formulation. Now, even if this is not a brand that is even local to you, it looks like this is a brand from Australia, you can still learn about the safety of essential oils as I go through here and show you the things that I'm looking for, and you can apply these same tips to any brand that you are checking out. So it looks like I'm not seeing a ton of availability, but they have the basics covered. Let's go ahead and check out their lemon and see if they flag it for being potentially phototoxic if you go over the topical max. So this is a cold pressed lemon. That makes it phototoxic. If this was steam distilled, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, so this is advice that I would not recommend going ahead and using. They're suggesting to add it to cooking, and that is not something that we recommend, especially to drinks, to liquids, as essential oil and water don't mix, and especially lemon being so strong for stripping grease, that is not something that we want to consume in our bodies. This appears, and we will check the other essential oils as well, to be a generic caution. Keep out of reach of children, be careful if you're pregnant, etc. So let's see. What I like to look for is very specific information. Like if this really is not safe for children, then I want to see it listed as not safe for children. So this sort of generic caution kind of shuts us all off, and we kind of go, okay, yeah, that's your generic thing. It's on vitamins even. Don't consume if pregnant. It doesn't mean it's not pregnancy safe. It's just them covering their butts, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so I'm not really seeing any flag for it being phototoxic if you use this topically at more than a 2% dilution. So let's check out their lemongrass. This is one lemongrass that you do need to dilute a lot because it can be sensitizing. This is another one that they're recommending to use with cooking. I don't recommend that. So I'm really not seeing any specific safety information, just information talking about the botanical name, which is good. This is good to know. Some essential oils, knowing the botanical name can be helpful in determining the safety when there's more than one kind. Peppermint essential oil, what I like to look for with peppermint is seeing if they advise against using this under the age of 6, because menthol is very strong and can slow respiration and cause labored breathing. And I'm not seeing that. And it's also recommending to ingest as well, which I don't recommend. Okay. Let's take a look at Rosemary is one. If this is the one that's high in 1,8-cineol, this is the cineol chemotype. So what I like to look for rosemary is not just the botanical name, but rosemary actually has several different chemotypes, and they have different safety issues. So with rosemary, I like to see the botanical name and then the chemotype on the end. Not all essential oils have chemotypes. Some of them do. Rosemary is one, and you want to understand which one that you are actually getting. Now, this is likely your most common 1,8-cineol, high 1,8-cineol rosemary, which is not recommended for under age 10, slowed respiration, labored breathing, similar to peppermint. It is good for focus and memory, so that is correct. And they're suggesting you diffuse it. It does also stimulate hair growth, so that is also correct. I'm really looking for any safety information. All right, so the other essential oils don't really have any huge safety issues, so I'm not going to really bother clicking on those. And I'm really not seeing a strong lean on sharing safety information anyways. So I'm going to go ahead over to their blends and see what they have available, see how they formulated them, and see if I would recommend if they're going to be effective or not. So let's look at the protection blend. I'm going to assume this is your typical anti-germ blend, and it does look like it is. So we have orange, clove, cinnamon, lemon, rosemary, eucalyptus. So that's pretty typical. So I'm not seeing any safety at all on these. This is a blend that would be fine for over age 10 due to the rosemary and due to the eucalyptus. There are concerns with cinnamon bark. It's not recommended for use during pregnancy. So this would not be safe for you to diffuse or use topically if you are pregnant. Both clove and cinnamon are blood thinning. They are anticoagulant. So if you are taking aspirin, if you're prone to nosebleeds, if you're about to have surgery, you want to be very careful being exposed to those two essential oils. And due to the lemon, it's potentially phototoxic if you apply topically. So that is normal for all the anti-germ blends, Thieves, On Guard, germ whatever's, protection, all of that. Any anti-germ blend is going to be made up of those essential oils and have the same safety issues. Okay, so we have Aroma Snooze. Is this a sleep blend perhaps? Yes. So we have sweet orange, lavender, geranium, palmarosa, bergamot, cedarwood, and Australian sandalwood. Now that looks like it would not only smell great, but also be effective for sleep. All of these are calming or sedative essential oils, so that looks like a great formulation. That looks absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at child calming. Let's make sure all of these are truly safe for children. We have sweet orange, lavender, mandarin, and Roman chamomile. Perfect. That is a great blend for calming children. I know some children have issues with lavender being stimulating, but it is blended with these other essential oils, so I think this one will probably work. Like anything, don't overdo it. You don't want to overdo anything. Overdoing lavender can actually have the opposite effect. And so just make sure that when you are using this in the diffuser, that you are diffusing at like 10 minutes on, 20 minutes off, so that you are not overstimulating, even though they're calming essential oils. So let's take a look at Winter Rescue. So they are suggesting this is good for congestion and breathing issues. So eucalyptus, lavender, and tea tree. This would be good for germs. It could be good for congestion as well, but this would be for ages 10 and up. So this photo with the baby is a little bit deceiving. You definitely want to keep it away from little ones. Alrighty. Let's see focus. Let's see what they have in here for focus. Lemon, rosemary, geranium, peppermint, and sage. So this particular sage is actually neurotoxic. So I would advise against using this particular blend. This is also going to be safe for ages 10 and above due to rosemary. Yeah, so whenever I see an essential oil in here that I don't recommend ever using, you kind of have to throw the whole blend out as far as an option for using, unfortunately, because that is included. Sniffles and cough. So it looks like they have another blend for congestion. Marjoram, sweet orange, olibanum, frankincense. Okay, thyme, cedarwood. So let's just double check on that thyme. Thyme is not one that I have to look at very often. Let's just make sure. Yeah, so the linalool. Okay, so the linalool is definitely, I just wanted to make sure from my memory, and it is correct. The linalool is going to be the chemotype that you want to look for whenever you are using or maybe have as an option thyme essential oil. There are several different kinds of thyme, and they are not all safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding. They are not all safe for children, so you want to make sure. Let's see, let me just make sure. Yeah, so this one is not blood thinning. Yeah, a lot of them are, so you want to be careful of that. But this particular one is fine. Cedarwood is a good calming one, so this could be definitely great for coughs, combined with sweet orange too, which is calming, and sweet marjoram and frankincense. So, yep, that looks like a good blend that would be used for the purpose that they want it to be used for. Intuition. Sometimes the names of these blends crack me up. It's like, are essential oils really helpful for intuition? Does it really help for that? And what about abundance? Does it really? I don't think so. Now, meditation I can see, because if it has calming essential oils in it, I can see where they're coming from. All right, so orange, patchouli, geranium, bergamot, and mandarin. Sounds great. That it looks like a really good calming blend for sure. So let's take a look at one more blend. Let's go ahead with nurture, just to be random. Orange, patchouli, geranium, and lavender. It looks like a lot of their blends have a lot of the same essential oils in them. But also I'm seeing a lot of the names kind of have similar intents of being for calming or for stress or for relaxation. So that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I would agree that these essential oils, the orange, patchouli, geranium, and lavender, would be good for calming and relaxation. Alrighty, perfect. So if you have any questions about this brand, if you are currently using it and you have a question about one of the blends maybe that I didn't click on, if it's truly safe for children or whatever else safety issue wise, please go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know. The book that I was referencing is Essential Oil Safety Files. I also have essential oil profiles available, both of these on ueoslibrary.com, so that you can take the safety information in these resources and apply them to any website. So you can do your own research just like I'm doing here. So I will go ahead and see you guys in a few minutes as I review the next brand, I should say. Thanks, guys.